in Norton with a win over Phillipsburg by 19.
This Norton team also has kind of the makeup of the Larner team, the same kind of record. So you know that even though their record isn't that great, they can play basketball, I'm sure. They know what they have, and they'll do their best to do what they do best. And the Cardinals need to be ready to put up some kind of play a complete game like the Lady Cardinals did, particularly on defense.
Stetler in the center circle against Jacob Brooks. The ball is in the air, and they're going to have to re-jump it as neither player was able to get the basketball on the way up. So they'll do it again as both players will step a foot on the Cardinal insignia. Ball is in the air, and this time Cody wins it with a tap to Anthony Broder. Right to left, Hoisington. Warnken, Becker, Schramer, Stetler, and Broder. Pick and roll. Warnken right down the paint, puts a little lob pass off to Broder. Baseline jumper by Anthony. Left it short, skip long, and Jacob Brooks with the rebound for Norton. He races across the point of no return, drives baseline, puts up a tough shot, no good, and Cody Stetler there with the Hoisington rebound. Cody on the floor, his pass intended for Jacob Warnken is deflected, and we're going to have a foul called. It's going to be on Cody Stetler, as I believe Cody grabbed somebody while the ball was,
after going for the pass that was tipped, he tried to get to it and did go through a Norton player, and the official on the far side gets the foul call.
That's Cody's first personal foul. Team foul number 1 against Hoisington. Neither team has scored. We played 40 seconds. Right baseline. The basketball for Norton is Dalton Miller. Skip pass comes to Drew Schrum. Schrum back to Miller. Right free throw line extended. Pass across the paint to Schrum. Now top of the key with it to Dalton Miller as they play catch out front. He puts on the floor. Hoisington opens up man-to-man. There's a three-point shot off the back iron, no good. And Cody Stetler goes and gets the basketball as he just ripped it away from Jacob Brooks. Cody dribbles into forecourt, goes cross-court to Ryan Becker. Becker to Warnken. Warnken launches the triple, top of the key. Off the back iron, no good. And with a rebound in the right short corner was Lane Biggie, the 6-foot senior. No score. We played a minute 15 of this ball game. Jacob Brooks out front. Comes right, free throw line extended to Drew Schrum. There's a three-point shot. In and out, no good. And Cody Stetler with another rebound. Shot missing from Dalton Miller. Becker into forecourt for Hoisington. Goes behind the back. Picks up his dribble to Broder. Kyle Axton down to our right, yelling out instructions for his ball club. Neither team has scored. We played over 90 seconds.
And they are running a man-to-man single coverage on Stetler. Of course, once he gets the ball or the ball goes to him, they converge on him. Stetler misses a shot, and it looks like Warnken is going to go to the line as he got the offensive rebound, went up with the shot, goes to the line for 2.
Cody missed the shot. He had a bad angle as the foul will be called against Brooks of Norton. Warnken to the stripe, the freshman. 75% free throw shooter. Drains the first one. He's 30 out of 40 on the season, averaging 7 points and 1.5 rebounds. Hoisington leads at 1-0 as the right-handed freshman will airborne the Spalding basketball. This one, high arcer tickles the twine, so Jacob puts HHS up 2-0.
And Stetler over on that foul when he went after the ball, got hit in the mouth, maybe bleeding a little bit, but he's still in the game.
Brooks comes point to wing pass to Drew Schrum, who drives baseline. Cody goes for the block, and he kind of deflects it over to Brian Becker. Becker pushes the rock up the court, goes to Warnken. Baseline jumper off the left side, no good. And with the rebound is Norton. 2-0 Hoisington, who played just over 2 minutes of the first quarter. Brooks has it. Left free throw line extended. Puts on the floor against Ryan Becker. Pull-up jumper. High archer off the left side of the ring. No good. And Becker with a rebound. A lot of action, not a lot of scoring here early on, and Ryan Becker double dribbles the basketball. It's 2-0 Hoisington with 5:40 to play in quarter number 1, and that poor young lady from Norton just lost her hot dog. She brought it all the way down.
And there's some good-looking hot dogs. Did you see those?
I missed those.
Oh, my.
You got to see that poor girl's face. I think it was Shania Wilkinson who played in the girls' contest. Let's see if she's going to eat that. I'm sorry, I just caught that out of the corner of my eye.
Big block that time. Stetler on the baseline about 12 feet from the basket. Blocks it. It goes out of bounds. Phillipsburg's ball.
We'll tell her that she's not supposed to be eating at the activity center, but a missed shot by Jacob Brooks, and Hoisington with a rebound. Becker into forecourt. 5:25 to play. Hoisington leads at 2-0. Becker tried to hit a cutting to Trent Schremer, and Brooks comes away with a steal for Norton.
Miscommunication that time as Becker threw it where he thought Schramer was going to be.
Offensive foul called on Dalton Miller as he put a right elbow into Broder. Broder hit the hardwood, and to our left, Doug Riesnick not real happy with the call, but it's 2-0 Hoisington, 5:14 to play in the first quarter.
It was a nice acting job, and it was a good, but it was a forearm out on the dribbler as he turned and put the forearm right in the chest of Anthony Broder. He went down. Official right there looked like the charge.
I guess it is a hamburger, and the young lady is eating it just to keep everybody up to date. Stettler through a double team scores on the left block. 4-0 Hoisington. We played just over 3 minutes.
A little range out there off the glass from about 5-6 feet. Cody goes up, gets it to go.
Into forecourt comes Norton with a basketball. Schrum goes right baseline to Lane Biggie. Biggie off to Brooks, shoots over Becker, off the window, no good. And Broder gets the rebound for HHS. Outlet pass to Becker. Becker across the 47-foot division line. 4:35 to play, first quarter. Hoisington 4-0. Becker to Jacob Orkin, left corner. He puts on the floor, drives baseline, passes across the paint to Anthony Broder. Anthony can't handle the pass, and Stefan Dolacek will check in for Kyle Haxton and the Cardinals.
One of those passes down the baseline off the dribble as Warnken goes to the basket. He tried a cross-court pass down the baseline. Not very much room for that pass to be successful, and it goes out of bounds.
Norton almost throws it away in the backcourt, but Drew Schrum able to gather control of the pill, and they just beat the 10-second count. Left side with a basketball. Three-pointer on the way by Miller. Short. That's Andrew Ellis, my correction. And it's going to be last touch by Norton. Dalton Miller, the last to touch it, says the official.
From over here, it looked like it was obvious out of bounds on the Cardinals, but all three involved in the play over there, including the officials, saw the Blue Jays tip it out of bounds.
Halfway through the 8-minute first quarter, Hoisington on top 4-0. Trent Schramer, right elbow, comes to Ryan Becker. Becker in the corner to Dolacek. He drives baseline, got the baseline turn, shot up, no good, but he's fouled in the play, and now bodies fall on top of each other. Dolacek is on the bottom. Cody Stettler was the third man down. Actually, on the bottom was Lane Biggie.
Poor guy that got the foul, I think.
Yep. Yes, he was. Lane Biggie, the 6-foot senior, his first.
And there was pile on, almost like a football play out there. Everyone helping each other up. Good sportsmanship all around.
Dolacek to the stripe. Stefan coming in, the 5'10 freshman, averaging 4 points and 1.5 rebounds. Shooting 61% from the stripe. This one caresses the court, so Hoisington has built a 5-0 lead. Just over halfway through the first quarter.
Like you said, still a ragged start to this game by both teams.
It's ugly.
Pretty ugly so far, but the Cardinals do have the 5-0 lead. 3:58 left.
Dolacek misses the second one, but Anthony Broder has the offensive put back up and down. Anthony Broder with the offensive put, spinned into the paint, got the shot up and down, and he's headed to the stripe for the and one. After the tough shooting luck that he had against Florida, it's good to see one go down for Anthony Broder.
Yeah, pure hustle play by Broder. Got the offensive rebound by beating the Blue Jay to a spot, and then he is able to have a nice little spin move on the block and get it up off the glass and down. Gets the old-fashioned three-point play as he makes the free throw. Cardinals up 8-0, 3:54 left in the first.
Jacob Morgan back in the contest for Hoyt. Out. Now we're going to have a traveling violation as Ryan Becker caught an elbow from Jacob Brooks in the face. The crowd wanted a foul, but they called traveling on Brooks instead, so it'll be Hoisington basketball as Connor Cox, a 6'5" sophomore, into the lineup for Norton.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those plays where as he was traveling, he was spinning, and his elbow, and Becker's face just got in the way of the elbow that time. It wasn't really a foul. There was contact. It wasn't intentional or anything.
2-3 zone defense employed by Norton. Hoisington leads at 8-0. Jacob Orkin comes to Ryan Becker. Free throw line extended on the left side down to a triple team. Cody Stettler turns, shot rolls off the left side, no good. With the rebound, Tanner Fullbrush, a 6-foot junior who checked into the contest for the Blue Jays during the last dead ball. Dalton Miller with it, comes near side with it to Drew Schrum. Schrum to Fullbrush. Fullbrush with the basketball, being guarded by Ryan Becker out front. Tanner Fullbrush is a 6-foot junior getting a 5-second count. Kyle Haxton over to our right, jumping up and down. Finally, he got the call from the far side official, and the turnover gives it back to HHS.
In all fairness to the official, it was longer than 5 seconds, but he was looking down low and then started the count about a count and a half after Becker put the defense on him. Great defense, Ryan Becker.
Trent Schramer between the rings goes right side to Dolacek. Dolacek, one dribble in the corner to Ryan Becker. Right side, cross-court pass to Warkin. He'll fire up a three-pointer. Got it. Jacob Warkin with his team-high 18th three-pointer. He's got 5. And Hoisington on 11-0 run to start the game.
Yeah, great pass that time. Great setup as we almost get a steal. Warkin almost gets the ball at half court.
Drew Schrum with a rock for Norton. And now we're going to have a timeout called by Doug Riesnick, longtime head coach of the Norton Blue Jays. Full timeout on the floor. 2:39 to play first quarter. Hoisington 11, Norton nothing. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on 100.7 Eagle Country.
As a fan, you have a right to enjoy good sportsmanship as well as a responsibility to practice it. Donald E. Reif Jr., attorney at law, reminds you that at all high school sporting events, the student athlete is supposed to be the center of attention, not the fan in the stand. Donald E. Reif Jr., attorney at law, located on Main Street in Hoisington.
Dr. Robin Durrett, General Surgery with Clara Barton Surgical Services in Hoisington, is a proud sponsor of Hoisington Sports. As a member of the community, Dr. Durrett supports all activities at Hoisington High School and wishes the Cardinals the best of luck this season.
Town and Country Supermarket Hoisington is your locally owned and operated grocery store for more than 50 years. The freshest meat department with excellent beef, pork, and poultry cut and packaged on site, plus a full-service deli. Good luck, Cardinals, from your fans at Town and Country Supermarket.
Hoisington 11-0 run to start the contest as they look to move into Friday's semifinals. They will face the winner of the other boys' semifinal going on tonight. That is Beloit and Ellsworth, as Beloit might have to face the Axon brothers back-to-back, as Beloit and Ellsworth tonight in Beloit, and then Friday night it could be Hoisington and Beloit in a semifinal game. Hoisington obviously losing to Beloit last year in a sub-state championship game. So that could be a rematch from last year. Jacob Brooks, Hoisington comes out of the TO in a man-to-man defense. Andrew Ellis puts on the floor, comes right side with it to Tanner Furbrush. He dribbles in now. Nice cut down the lane by Brooks, who got it up off the glass and down. Nice look and a nice cut by Jacob Brooks. He's got the first points of the game for Norton. Anthony Broder stopped, and he shuffled his feet as he was cut off. It's 11-2 Hoisington with 2:11 to play first quarter.
Yeah, not last time down. Norton, terrific dribble penetration down the right side of the lane. Kind of hesitated, drew the defense towards him, then the cut down the opposite lane. Perfect pass for the finish off the glass.
Into forecourt comes Carson McKenna, 5'11 senior, into the golf ball game for Norton. To Brooks, right side with it to Tanner Furbrush. Left side with it now. Brooks, three-pointer on the way. Short. The long rebound will let it be going out of bounds. Will Trent Schirmer, so Hoisington will control the rock. 1:54 to play. First quarter, 11-2 HHS.
Cardinal defense playing extremely well to start out the basketball game, making it difficult to do much on the perimeter. They are getting some threes up, but it's after a lot of passing, and the Cardinal defense on the rebound, 9 rebounds so far here, defensive rebounds in the first quarter, and we have 1:51 left.
Taylor Crawford in the contest for Kyle Haxton's ball club, the 6'1 senior. He has the basketball left wing. Now dribbles to Warnken. Warnken goes to Dolacek, three-pointer right wing. Good. Stefan Dolacek with his 4th three-pointer of the season, the second of the night for Hoisington. They lead up 14-2, and we're going to have a pushing foul called against Hoisington. It'll be the second team foul against HHS as the official looks for the number, and that number that he's witnessed was Stefan Dolacek.
Good ball movement. Cardinals last time down gets Dolacek, the freshman, almost in the corner, beyond the arc, drains it, almost gets the steal, but got too much of the Blue Jay going for the ball.
Down low, shot blocked by Cody Steller on Carson McKenna, and Steller comes up with a pill. He dribbles to a 3-on-2, fast break comes to Warkin, left free throw line extended. Down, looking down low for Cody, who is triple teamed, almost quadruple teamed. Dolacek has it. Dolacek Tried to jump pass to Cody Steller, lost it. Broder had it. His pass deflected. Broder puts up a shot, but it goes right to Cody Steller, who's able to put it up off the window and down. Nice persistence by the Hoisington Cardinals, and finally finished out by Cody Steller. As Dolacek gets a steal in the forecourt for Hoisington. 16-2 Hoisington. 54 seconds to play. Shot up, no good. An offensive foul called against Hoisington. Stephen Dolacek, as drawing the charge was Tanner Furbush of the Blue Jays. I guess there's no R in there. It's Furbush.
Yeah, one of those judgment calls is the player was clear underneath the basket. Dolacek in the air, and according to the official, he was well set when Dolacek left his feet. So, charging foul against Stephen. Stephen very aggressive to the basket as he's been all year. Knows how to go in and score the basketball. That time just left his feet a little too early. Gets the turnover on the charge. Cardinals up 16-2, though. 52 seconds left in the first.
Full court pressure by the Hoisington Cardinals, broken by Dalton Miller. He's right-hand dribble across the point of no return. Skip pass goes to Carson McKenna. McKenna's between the legs. Now to Drew Schrum. Schrum, their side with it to Dalton Miller. Down low they go to Lane Biggie. Three-point shot missing, no good by Dalton Miller, and the ball lost out of bounds. Last touch by Jacob Brooks of Norton. It'll be Hoisington basketball. Cardinals lead it by 14. Last 30 seconds of the first quarter. Hoisington needs some help as Ryan Becker is all alone, and the official kind of gave Hoisington a break there as he held the ball a long time before Hoisington was able to get.
Yeah, it saved them really, because a lot of times they'll just stop that ball on the floor and start counting.
There's a pass in the corner to Broder to Steller. Cody looking low for a wide open Ryan Becker, left block jumper good. Ryan Becker off the window on the left block for his first point. Hoisington's lead is 18-2.
Assist from the big guy, kind of turning over their responsibilities that time. Becker finishes on the nice pass.
And a foul called on the baseline as Carson McKenna was taking it hard to the hole. I think Taylor Crawford will be the Hoisington recipient of the foul. The 6'1" senior picked up his first. That's the fourth team foul against HHS. Non-shooting foul, so Norton will trigger. Under 7 seconds to play first quarter. Inbounds pass to Brooks. Brooks over Becker. High. Archer misses everything. And Jacob Orkin with a rebound. Under 2 seconds to play. Orkin just across half court. Launches and got it! Jacob Orkin hit it! He just knew where the clock was out. Crossed the half court line by one step and hit the three-pointer, his second of the evening. Jacob Orkin brings the Hoisington faithful to their feet.
And it was a shot.
Yes, it was.
He didn't throw it up.
He shot exactly what he was doing.
Yep.
21-2 after one quarter. Hoisington leads. You're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on GreatBendPost.com and 100.7 Eagle Country.
Historic Manweiler Chevrolet has been putting Cardinal fans into the driver's seats of brand new Chevrolets for 84 years. Unlike big city dealerships, you can count on an honest deal at Manweiler's, and they have the factory-certified service department to back up what they sell. Historic Manweiler Chevrolet on Main in Hoisington.
Nothing ever stays the same, especially our vision. Eyesight can change dramatically in just 1 year. That's why the office of Dr. Tyler Schramer in Hoisington recommends getting your eyesight checked annually so you can enjoy life to the fullest. Call Dr. Tyler Schramer, just south of the Dairy Queen in Hoisington.
Jeff and Jenny Zoller support the area youth by sponsoring this Cardinal Sports broadcast. They own JRZ Enterprises, your full-service geological company, on Main in downtown Hoisington. JRZ Enterprises works to provide fuels that drive America, and they're a proud member of the oil and gas industry in Kansas.
You're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on 100.7 Eagle Country, KHOK, Hoisington, Great Bend.
After 8 o'clock on your Tuesday evening, we appreciate you spending part of your weekday evening with us alongside Dr. Blake Harris. I'm Mike Escher. Producer engineer of the city is Dwayne Cooper. Jacob Orkin's three-pointer right at the end of the first quarter from about 45 feet gives Hoisington the 19-point advantage. Biggie with a quick shot, intimidated by Cody Stetler, missed it, and Hoisington with a rebound.
And there's maturity Cody Stetler. If he had tried to block that shot, as Schramer comes down and hits a three. The Cardinals 4 out of 5 from beyond the arc, and one of them a half quarter.
26 three-pointers now for Trent Schramer on the season. Hoisington with a steal. Schramer takes all the way to the glass. Shot rolls around and falls through. Trent Schramer with back-to-back buckets. He now has 5 points, and one of those a three-pointer, and Hoisington leads at 25-2.
I'd have to say a great start for the Cardinals so far in the game tonight.
You think?
Yes, sir. I'll call it.
Way to go out on the limb there, Dr. Harris.
You betcha.
Bounce pass, nice pass across the paint, and with the bucket off the left block is Lane Biggie. His first goal is 25-4, Hoisington. Quickly, Broder down court, puts a shot up off the window. A couple pump fakes by Anthony Broder, and he scores to make it 27-4 Hoisington. It's a 23-point advantage. A minute 5 into the second quarter. 30-second timeout on the court. We'll just go ahead and keep it right here. What a start by the Hoisington Cardinals as they lead at 27-4. 6:55 to play the second quarter.
And Schramer coming down off the dribble after making a three himself. They trade possessions on the make from the Blue Jays and then come down and terrific pass. Trent Schramer, Anthony Broder went high to catch the ball, was underneath the basket, adjusted just a little bit, gets it to go off the glass. The Cardinals up by 23. 6:55 left in the second.
Hoisington started the game on an 11-0 run, and then on the back of Jacob Morgan's three-pointer right at halftime, closed the first half on a 10-0 run and led it 21-2. Brooks, down little jump hook over Cody Steller, in and out, no good. Tough shooting luck. Vicky with the offensive rebound for Norton. His shot rolls out, and Steller has a pass deflected by Jacob Brooks, but controlled by Schramer. Schramer underhanded shovel pass to Steller. Layup in is good. Cody Steller of a nice underhanded shovel pass by Trent Schramer has 4. 29-4 Hoisington. Quickly down court comes Norton. Biggie with it. Picks up a dribble now in the paint to Schrum. Schrum shot off no good. And with the rebound, Cody Steller off to Ryan Becker. Becker races across the point of no return. Crossover dribble. Layup off the window score. Ryan Becker with a nice crossover dribble.
It wasn't a crossover. It was a crossover with one hand, technically. I mean, just a terrific fake with the left hand. He acted like he was going to cross over, pulled it back off the dribble with the same hand, faked out his defender up off the glass. What a pretty move.
2 minutes into the second quarter, Hoisington leads at 31-4. Shot missing by Andrew Ellis. It'll be Hoisington basketball. 31-4 Hoisington, 5:54 to play the second quarter. But just remember, Norton won the 3-2-1A state wrestling, so they obviously are good in wrestling.
They have been traditionally for years and years. Yeah, the hotbed of wrestling. Northwest Kansas brings home another state championship in 3A, and Coach Smith happened to be picked as the 3A Wrestling Coach of the Year.
Was he really? I did not hear that.
Nice honor for Coach Smitty.
Anthony Broder, baseline jumper from 18 is good. Broder with his third field goal. He has 7, and it's 33-4 Hoisington.
Off a nice pass. Everyone collapsed in the paint, and on Stetler, and Anthony finishes with the jump shot from 12-15 feet.
Jacob Brooks down low, turning against Cody Steller's Connor Cox. He missed the shot, and he's fouled on the play. They'll call a foul on Cody Steller, and that'll be the second on Cody Steller. And I am acquaintances with one of the Norton assistants, David Stover, and his comment was, and this is no offense, but he's basically said Norton basketball players are wrestlers that play basketball. I mean, so they probably weren't good enough for the wrestling team, so they had to play basketball. Free throw by Cox is off no good.
Obviously a huge thing up in Northwest Kansas.
From Hoxie to Hill City to Norton Smith Center. They just got to give credit to Dan Schmidt's wrestlers. They finished 7th, I believe, as a team, with Brandon Ball winning the state title for the second consecutive year. Second free throw by Cox is off no good. He goes nothing out of 2 from the stripe, and Hoisington with rebound. Morgan to Becker. Becker, crossover dribble. This time goes up off the left side, got the layup off the window and down. Ryan Becker using his quickness for his 6th point of the game.
Yeah, what a finish by Ryan that time.
It's a 31-point advantage for Hoisington at 35-4 with 5 minutes to play second quarter. 3-point shot off no good. Offensive rebound. Fought for was Connor Cox, and taken away finally by Dalton Miller. His turnaround jumper in the paint, no good. Cox with another offensive rebound. This one rattles home and falls through. Connor Cox, 6'5" sophomore with 2, 35-6 HHS.
Hitting the boards hard that time. Get 2 offensive rebounds. Get 2 second chance points off that hard work.
Anthony Broder out between the rings. He'll fire up a 3-pointer. High archer, high off the back iron, no good. Taylor Crawford trying to keep it alive for Hoisington, but he tapped to the right to Norton's Drew Schrum. Brings it left to right across the 47-foot division line as we approach the halfway. As Jacob Morgan gets a hand on the pass, picks it up, goes in from the left side over Brooks, missed a shot. The ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the blue side of the Blue Jays. So it'll be Hoisington basketball as Jacob Morgan unable to convert, and Kyle Haxton will call a timeout.
That time Jacob Workham, the freshman, smart enough to know that he was out of bounds off the miss, and he couldn't touch the ball. He had the best chance to get it, but he stayed away from it, knowing if he had touched it, it would have been a violation.
4:12 to play before halftime, 35-6 Hoisington. You're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on GreatBendPost.com and 100.7 Eagle Country.
Great Bend Feeding, ILS Farms, and Innovative Livestock Services are pleased to help sponsor Hoisington Cardinals Sports on KHOK. To the players, parents, coaches, and patrons, all the best this season and in the future from Innovative Livestock Services, ILS Farms, and Great Bend Feeding.
Kate's CarQuest in Hoisington is a proud sponsor of the Cardinals. Stop by for all of your auto, truck, agriculture parts, hydraulic fittings, and hoses. Kate's CarQuest in Hoisington, your CarQuest auto parts dealer. Great people, great product, great prices. Go Cardinals.
Suffering with headaches and back pain? There is help. Dr. Chad Beck with Beck Chiropractic is there when you need relief from life's aches and pains. Beck Chiropractic, also specializing in sports medicine and proudly supports Cardinal sports. Beck Chiropractic, downtown Hoisington.
We do have a score from one of the other games being played tonight. It is Minneapolis and TMP Marion on the boys' side. That will be a 4-5 matchup, and Minneapolis at halftime leads TMP by a score of 25-19. Hoisington with the basketball. We have 4:12 to play here in the second quarter. It's been all Hoisington early on. And we're going to have a 3-second violation called against Anthony Broder. I believe it'll be Norton basketball.
Yeah, nice move to finish that 3-second violation. Anthony continuing after his tough shooting luck against the Indians, really shooting the ball well tonight. Finished that play, but was just camped in the lane a little too long.
Into forecourt comes Norton as they move it left-right. Driving baseline is Brooks over Trent Schramer. Shot no good. Offensive rebound on the weak side. Put back missing, no good by Tanner Furbush. And then a follow finally by Brooks is good. So Jacob Brooks, the leading scorer for Norton, gets a shot up and down. He's got 4 and is headed to the stripe as Anthony Broder picks up the foul for Hoisington.
Changes so much when Stetler's not in the game rebounding. Twice they've had, while Cody's been on the bench, they've had 3 rebounds in the same possession and finished with a bucket. This time they get a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Brooks at the free throw line this season, a 76% free throw shooter.
And we have Seth Owens in the game along with Cody Stetler back in the game.
Brooks missed the second one. Schramer, Becker, Stetler, Owen, and Stefan Dolacek. Dolacek with some big first-half points. Seth Owen turns kind of underhand shovel pass to Cody Stetler, left elbow. Now he dribbles out, and they go down low to Stetler. Third is Owen. Owen has a shot blocked by Jacob Brooks, and they're going to call the foul on Norton Blue Jays. It's going to go on Connor Cox. That'll be the first on Cox, and send Seth Owen to the stripe.
Seth Owen, another player coming off the bench that's gotten more and more minutes based on his stellar play really in the JV all year long, has really contributed to this team. Athletic, big body, being able to come in off the bench and provide some valuable minutes.
This is the front end of the 2-shot foul, does the 6'2" sophomore, averaging 1.3 points a contest and 1.5 rebounds. Second one from the right-hander. This one will roll around and fall through. So Seth Owen into the scoring column as he goes 1 out of 2 from the stripe, and Hoisington leads up 36-8.
Cardinals, everything going pretty well for them right now in the basketball game, obviously with the big lead.
Jump pass to Brooks, 3-pointer on the way, short by Jacob Brooks. Offensive rebound, another one to Tanner Furbush, the 6-foot junior who's had 2 or 3 offensive rebounds here. He has the basketball, right free throw line extended. Now they go to Carson McKenna. McKenna drives baseline, has the pass deflected, but he goes right to Jacob Brooks. Near side with it is Furbush. He dribbles now, pulls up from the right wing, about 8 feet out. Got it. Nice jumper by Tanner Furbush. The 6-foot junior, he has his first points of the game.
Yeah, inside the arc, just a little bit beyond the lane, a pull-up jumper off a little spin move as the Cardinals come down, get a shot blocked, and they have the rebound back down on the other side.
36-10, 2:35 to play. Connor Cox over Cody Steller scores. The 6'5" sophomore with 4 points as he a little turnaround jumper against Cody Steller.
Little 4-point move by the Norton Blue Jays.
Seth Owen with a basketball off a pass from Ryan Becker, headed back to the free throw line as he tried to hang in the air. It's fouled. Foul will be on Carson McKenna. That'll be the first on McKenna. 7th team foul against the Blue Jays, but it's a 2-shot foul for Seth Owen.
Terrific setup that time by Ryan Becker off the dribble. Gets it down low to Seth. Gets a shot blocked, but gets hammered going up. Hits his first free throw on that two-shot foul.
Drew Strum, a 5'10 junior, back in for Norton. 37-12, Hoisington. They led 21-2 after one quarter as the sophomore Seth Owen rattles the second free throw home. He's got 3, all coming from the strike.
No, that's he's gotten the ball down low twice, and he's, instead of kind of doing a drop step or an up and under type of thing, he just turns and goes up and has been had one shot blocked and one shot hammered. But he hits 2 free throws. In fact, hits 3 out of 4, doesn't he, from the line in the basketball game, coming in again off the bench and providing some support for this well-rounded Cardinal basketball team.
Stramer, Becker, Dolachek, Broder, and Stellar on the floor for Hoisington as Kyle Haxton down to our right yells out instructions to his white-cladded club on the floor. 38-12 as we approach the 2-minute mark. Stellar set up for a three-pointer, left free throw line extended, left to short, got a high hop, then off the back iron, no good. Tough shooting luck there by Stellar, and Norton with a rebound.
Came in on a play that time, a designated play to get Stellar. As he's shown, he had hit a 3 in 4 straight games, I think, to end the season.
Shot missing badly by Carson McKenna, but Norton with another offensive rebound. This one off no good. Furbush with another offensive rebound. That young man has hustled with several offensive rebounds here for Norton since he's come into the contest. 90 seconds to play, second quarter. Hoisington leads at 38-12. Stay with us at halftime as we'll visit with Mandy Mason as the Lady Cardinals big winners. Ball turned over by Norton as Furbush could not handle the pass. Stramer, right to left for Hoisington, dressed in their home white uniforms. Broder has it. Down low to Cody Stellar. Pass deflected, but Cody able to go get it. Left side shot too strong. Gets the offensive putback. It's off the right side, no good. And Connor Cox with the rebound for the Blue Jays.
Tough shooting luck by the big guy. Gets his own offensive rebound after the first miss. Couldn't get it to go the second time. Second time he was pushed away from the basket.
Jacob Brooks three-pointer misses badly, and Anthony Broder with the weak side rebound to Dolachek. Dolachek goes to Stellar. Stellar going in. Tried to get the jam. He didn't get the jam, but the ball went in. And that is his 6th point of the game.
And they had to go through 2 players to get up there. Kind of disrupted his timing just a little bit, but got it enough above the rim to get it to bounce up high and go down.
40-12. Hoisington with 30 seconds to play second quarter. Right side with the basketball, Tanner Furbush. He goes left side to Brooks, angles in from the wing, misses the shot, and Connor Cox runs down the rebound for Norton. Jacob Brooks, the 6'2" senior for Norton, visibly had a travel on Tanner Furbush right there as Brooks visibly frustrated after missing that last shot.
Well, they having tough shooting luck. Had a little run there, a 4-0 run to get it to 12 points. But one thing they have done well in the basketball game is offensive rebound. They have 10 in the first half and only converted for 4 second chance points. But you can tell this team really fires up. They shoot a lot of threes, and they're used to tracking down those long rebounds.
Hoisington scored right at the end of the first quarter. We'll see if they can do it here in the second quarter with 5 seconds to go. Stephen Dolachek can't pick up the basketball. Now gets it to work, and there's a ball loose on the floor. And with 0.7 seconds to go in the first half, Hoisington will have the basketball as Dolachek was tied up, and Hoisington mishandled it. See if they can get a shot off here in the final 0.7. Got to be a catch and shoot. 40-12, Hoisington. As Becker goes down low to Stellar. Stellar tries to tap it, but coming over defensively with Tanner Furbush. And we've reached the halfway mark of this sub-state game in the first round. Hoisington leads at 40-12 after 16 minutes. We'll be right back and start your halftime show that's presented to you by Moe's Place in Beaver. 40-12, Hoisington over Norton. You're listening to the Cardinals on GreatBendPost.com and 100.7 Eagle Country.
Cardinal Pharmacy is your locally owned Health Mart Pharmacy and proud supporter of the Hoisington Cardinals. At Health Mart Pharmacy, they take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Caring for you and about you. Cardinal Pharmacy. Go get them, Cardinals.
First Kansas Bank, Great Bend, Hoisington, Claflin, member FDIC.
Our tradition, we have one mission. First Kansas Bank, we're people you know.
When you're not performing at the top of your game, Clara Barton Therapy Services can evaluate and design a treatment program that will keep the Cardinal athletes and their supporters in the game. Therapy Services, Clara Barton Hospital and Medical Clinic.
USD 431 Hoisington Public Schools provides all students an education that supplies necessary skills for lifetime learning and prepares them for their future. Each student will be provided an environment in which they can learn to their full potential. Hoisington Public Schools.
Like a good neighbor, Kathy Bird State Farm Insurance has always been there to help sponsor Hoisington Cardinal Athletics. She's also there to help you with your insurance coverage, auto, home, health, and life. State Farm is there for you. Kathy Bird State Farm Insurance, South Main, Hoisington.
Rotomix has led the industry for over 20 years by building a quality product and continually improving the design. The staggered rotor is specifically designed to meet the challenges of feeding wet or dry distillers grains. Rotomix, frequently copied, never duplicated.
Moe's Place in Beaver is more than a great place to eat. Moe's is always an adventure destination where families and friends gather for some of the finest food you're likely to find anywhere. Meticulously prepared by Leonard Mader and served by wife Linda, you'll feel like family and be treated that way. Great food, reasonable prices, and a getaway that's just a few miles down the road. Best of luck to the Hoisington Cardinals this year and your halftime sponsor, Moe's Place in Beaver.
Back inside the Hoisington Activity Center, it's 40-12. Hoisington boys over Norton in the first round sub-state game of the Norton sub-state. The halftime show being brought to you by Moe's Place in Beaver. For great food, a great time, and a smoke-free environment, visit Moe's Place in Beaver. Hoisington Lady Cardinals were victorious this evening as they outscored Phillipsburg in the second quarter. That's the wrong sheet I'm looking at. It was 27-10 as we are now joined by the head coach of the Hoisington Lady Cardinals, Mandy Mason. You scored 27 points in the second quarter. Did you realize that?
No, I did not.
That's a lot of points. Congratulations on a great victory. Your team, you said in pregame that they were focused. Well, they came out and played focused.
They did. You know, everything that we called defensively, all 5 players on the court at that time were all in tune with each other. We didn't have one or two players not knowing what we were in defensively, and we mixed it up, ran our full court press, and got a lot of transition buckets out of that press.
Madison Duzine, the leading scorer, the 5'11 junior, held to just 4 points, all coming from the free throw line. That is attributed to your defense.
Definitely. Riley Kester started on her, and when we ran man, and she did a great job. I think she got caught once behind, and they called a foul, but she did a fantastic job on her. And then the rest of our players knew exactly where she was at all times, and we just made it really difficult for them to get the ball into her. And whenever she did catch, we would surround her and really frustrated her. And then we played a lot of our 3-2. And our post players on the blocks did a great job of buying into playing in front, and then the weak side post player came in, and we really pinched her in between, and they had a hard time getting her the ball.
Offensively, great interior passing. I don't know if that was the focus the past couple of days, but bounce passes interior were working wonderfully tonight.
They were, and that's all year we've been able to get that kind of penetration from our guards, and really they've done a great job, and we haven't always finished, and sometimes we miss the open player, but they're continuing to improve on that, and I think they're looking for each other more. I've just seen that the last several games, we were just getting more players involved, and it was exciting to see.
Actually, your 5th straight victory tonight. Jordan Greer, your team's leading scorer all season, in single digits for just the 3rd time with 9 points, with Riley Kester with 15 and Michaela Riedel with 10. Michaela played a fabulous game tonight, hustling, diving on the floor 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, she's been. She doesn't want her season to end, and you can tell she's been like that the last couple weeks. Just a lot of energy. She's really been a great leader defensively, getting people, and people are buying into it, and I'm seeing more players having that enthusiasm and energy on the defensive end. But yeah,
it's kind of hard to play softball when there's 8 inches of snow on the ground, so she really has no choice at this point.
No, not yet. She's going to wait, and I think till the weather gets nicer. So she wants the season to keep going, and when you have players that want to continue to play, that just carries over, and I know the season can be long and grueling, but we have a great opportunity ahead of us, and we've got to focus one game at a time.
Speaking of that, you'll take on the winner of Russell and TMP Marion. That game is tomorrow night, correct? So
yes.
You have the advantage of going to see that one.
Yes, we do, and so it'll be nice for us to have practice, get in, work on some things. We already know what to expect.
You say you know both teams very well.
We know both teams very well, so we know what to expect, and so we're going to work on those things. And bottom line, the key is, with anybody from here on out, we've got to compete, and we've got to work hard, and we've got to want to win the game more than they do. And we'll go watch and then obviously know who we're going to face up on Thursday. But we have a benefit of having a night's rest on Wednesday to get our legs under us. And like I told some, we were able to play a lot of players tonight. And so, we had some people that got to rest. Jordan, obviously, in foul trouble, was a big contributor for her being held to 9 points tonight. And she got a lot of rest. So I told her, you're going to have your legs under you because it's going to be a brutal fight from here on out.
Well, enjoy the victory, and we'll talk to you Thursday.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Head coach of the Hoisington Lady Cardinals, Mandy Mason, as the Lady Cardinals victorious tonight. They defeat the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers by a score of 57-38. Halftime show being presented to you by Moe's Place. We'll come back and talk about the first half of the boys' game. You're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on GreatBendPost.com and 100.7 Eagle Country.
What if your teenage son or daughter could make serious headway toward a well-paying career in a field that they are passionate about while they're still in high school? And how about if they would pay no college tuition on dozens of the required technical courses? Interested? Call Barton Community College today. Find out how you can get driven at Barton.
After tonight's game, go to midksnews.com for up-to-date area sports scores. You'll also find area breaking news coverage and more provided by the Tiller and Toiler, the Hoisington Dispatch, and the Central Kansas Rocket. Jot it down. That's midksnews.com. Hit the road with the Hoisington Recreation Commission. Watch Wichita Thunder Hockey Saturday, March 9th for $40. Also, Roto Mix Bull Riding Shootout and Boot Hill Casino Saturday, March 16th for $35. Other trips to Kansas City include indoor football and soccer. Call today to reserve your spot.
This is Missy Fluhoff from Country Place Living, and we are proud to support this local broadcast of Hoisington Sports. At our residence, we provide assisted living and memory care for seniors. At Country Place Living, every effort is made to ensure that you are provided with the very finest and supportive health care. Country Place Living, life as you want it, care as you need it.
Banks are the backbone of the communities they serve, and at Wilson State Bank, they are your neighbors and friends. Inquire at WSB about the lowest home mortgage rates we've seen in years. Home ownership is possible at Wilson State Bank, helping to bring you this Cardinal Sports broadcast. An equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Dr. Blake Harris and staff encourage and support all high school students who participate in extracurricular activities. A positive attitude and teamwork will not only ensure a successful season, but also a long and happy life. Good luck, Cardinals, from the office of Dr. Blake Harris, Hoisington.
Moe's Place in Beaver was smoke-free long before it was cool. Leonard and Linda Mader moved back to Kansas to run a great little restaurant in Beaver, Kansas. Now it's recognized as one of the top 100 destinations in the state. But don't worry, the food is great and the prices down to earth, just like the owners. You'll always feel at home and you'll never be disappointed. Moe's Place in Beaver, proud to support the Cardinals, and they are your halftime report sponsor right here on KHOK.
40-12, the Hoisington boys on top of Norton. Keys to the second half brought to you by Manweller Chevrolet in Hoisington, and Dr. Blake Harris, the Hoisington Cardinals with a very good first half. Outscored Norton in the first quarter 21-2, maybe led up a little bit in the second quarter, but still lead at 40-12 after the first 16 minutes.
Came out with the intensity that we hoped they would, kind of followed the Lady Cardinals out on the floor with the same intensity that they had, and really showed in that first half with the big lead. And, Cody Stetler's probably not going to play much this second half, and it doesn't hurt our team at all to figure out how to do things without him on the floor, because foul trouble, who knows what can happen in the next game, as these games are so important. So Cardinals came out and really performed and functioned as a team the whole first half, and have the big lead right now. You want to continue that intensity. I mean, early on in the season, it might be easy to let up after that 40-12 lead, but now you're practicing playing for continued movement through the sub-state. You want to get to the state tournament, and that's better be the focus of this team right now, because every minute they get on the floor and continue to hone their skills as a team is going to help us on through the sub-state.
Halftime show presented to you by Moe's Place in Beaver. 40-12 as we get the second half underway. Hoisington goes down to Steller. He turns into the paint, turns a shot up the window and scores. Cody Steller. Hoisington led in scoring in the first half by Jacob Orkin with 8. That's Cody's 8th point. Norton led in the first half as they just put up 12 points in the first half. They were led by Connor Cox with 4. Also Jacob Brooks with 4. Steller to the stripe. for the old-fashioned three-point play, and he now has 9 points in the ball game as he earns the first free throw of the evening.
We had a great angle on that as Cody faked one way, went back to the center of the lane with his left hand. As he is going up for the shot, he wasn't looking to score that time. He was looking to dump it down to Anthony Broder, but Broder wasn't there, so he went up ahead with the shot and finished anyway.
Jacob Brooks, elbow jumper from the right side, off no good, and Cody Stiller with a nice box out on Lane Biggie. Outlet pass goes to Jacob Orkin. We played just over 30 seconds of the third quarter. Hoisington leads it by 31. Broder, his little jump shot from the right side is good.
Tough shot.
Got an odd-looking shot, but Broder got it down. That's his 9th point of the game.
Yeah, with his left hand, he went up towards the lane off the dribble, off the left hand, and the defensive player was there, so he pulled it back with his right hand, kind of shot it across his body, went right down.
Spin move by Dalton Miller. Shot in and out. No, look good. Tough steal left there by Dalton Miller. Cody Stiller with a rebound. He brings the basketball across the point of no return. Cross court pass to Warnken. Three-pointer. Too strong. Ball deflected by Cody Stiller and picked up finally by the Blue Jays' Andrew Ellis. It's Broder, Schramer, Warnken, Becker, and Stiller on the 4 for HHS. Jacob Brooks angles in from the left wing. Layup off the window, scored. Jacob Brooks, the leading scorer for Norton, now with 6, and it's 45-14 Hoisington.
Kind of used his own player as a screen that time as Stetler was there for the block, but his teammate kind of kept Stetler away from the block, and he is able to finish off the glass.
Pushing foul away from the action, says the baseline official. That'll be the second team foul against Norton in the half. I'm going to call a foul on the Blue Jays, Drew Schrum, the 5'10 junior. That's Schrum's first. Brooks has 3. For Norton, nobody from Norton has more than 1. Down low to Stetler off of entry pass from Broder to Stetler, back to Broder, back to Stetler for the bucket.
Yeah, they used the second pass. Stetler caught it about 8 feet from the basket. A pass back to Broder, and then on the pass, he was able to get lower and got the return pass and got the bucket.
Jacob Brooks with another bucket. Now give him a 7 in the ballgame. We'll give him 8. Excuse me, there's a shot by Trent Schramer, left elbow, good. He's got 7, and it's 49-16 Hoisington.
Collapsed in on Stetler. Schramer from outside the arc sees the situation, takes 2 dribbles. No one comes out on him, pulls up for the sweet little jumper.
Cross-court pass to Brooks on the alley-oop. Nice look from Andrew Ellis to Jacob Brooks, and Brooks into double digits with 10 off the alley-oop.
Coming out from wide on the wing, no one took account of him, and the passer saw him break. Perfect pass, nice off the glass layup.
Down low to Stetler, who's quadruple team, wide open left block. Anthony Broder shot off the sidearm, no good. He's fouled headed to the free throw line. 49-18 Hoisington, 5:17 to play third quarter. Foul on Norton's Lane Biggie. That'll be his second, and Broder to the stripe.
Well, it's the same play that I described earlier where Stetler, as Anthony hits the first of 2, spins back to the lane off the left hand, goes up to shoot it or pass it. This time, Anthony was there, rifled the nice pass down low, gets Hack going up, misses the shot, but hits the first of 2.
Anthony, the second Cardinal in the double figures with 10. Cody leads the way with 11. Second one is a brick by Broder. He's 2 out of 3 from the stripe. Hoisington leads at 52-18. And now we're going to have a foul call on the shot. It'll be a 2-shot foul for the Norton Blue Jays. Jacob Brooks headed to the stripe. The foul will be on Hoisington's Ryan Becker, his first.
Ryan did a pretty good job defensively because he was trying to get all the way to the rim off the dribble, kept him going straight down the lane. At the last minute, he leans in with the shot, gets contact, goes to the line, misses the first of 2. Cardinals up 50-18. 5:12 left in the third.
Connor Cox back into the Blue Jay lineup along with Tanner Furbush. Brooks, a 76% free throw shooter on the season. Nothing out of 2 tonight. And finally tickles the twine, so he's 1 out of 3. Give him 11 points. He leads the Blue Jays in scoring. It's 50-19. Ryan Becker into the paint, misses the shot. Cody Stiller crashes the boards. Rebound putback is good. Cody Stiller with his 13th bucket. It's 52-19. Hoisington under 5 to play in the third quarter.
Cody knows how to go after the basketball. It doesn't have to come right to him. He'll go 2-3 strides and rip it down that time. Came flying in and got the board.
Three-point shot on the way off the side arm by Andrew Ellis. Offensive rebound to Connor Cox. His turnaround putback is no good. And rebound to Jacob Morgan of HHS. Morgan across the black timeline, stops, fires a three-pointer, left it off short, and Cody Stellar tried to keep it alive. Broder takes it away from the Norton defender and scores. He took it right away from Tanner Furbush, and Anthony Broder with a bucket. He has 12, and we have the whistle blow. It's 54-19. Hoisington enjoys their biggest lead of the game with 35. They will call the foul on Ryan Becker. That'll be the second on Becker. Not sure what happened there.
I don't even know if the ball had been inbounded yet. But official blows his whistle. They have the ball again to go full court.
Connor Cox with the basketball in the forecourt for Norton, and Stefan Dolacek, who had a good first half for the Cardinals, back in. He had 4 points, including a three-pointer. That is Andrew Ellis. His shot blocked, and it's taken away by Dolacek. Dolacek ahead to Ryan Becker. Becker in from the right side with the left hand. Got it. Ryan Becker with the bucket. He has the third Cardinal in the double figures with 10.
What a move. He has the ability to elevate, and it doesn't matter which foot he goes off of or which hand he shoots or where it's going, but he gets it to go softly over the rim and down.
56-19. Hoisington with 3:45 to play. Jacob Brooks pulls up, hits the jumper, and he's fouled. And Ryan Becker has picked up 3 quick fouls as Jacob Brooks now with 13. He's averaging almost 18. Is headed to the stripe for the and one.
Good defense by Becker that time. Better shot by number 3, Mr. Brooks from Norton, as he pulls up off the one dribble jump stop and gets the shot to go as he's fouled. He's at the line for the three-point play.
Free throw up. Free throw is good by Brooks, so now give him 14. 56-22 on the old-fashioned three-point play. Trent Stramer races into forecourt to Stellar. Left side to Warnken. Now to Stellar. Give and go. Nice job defensively by Tanner Furbush to knock the basketball out of bounds as Hoisington tried to give and go with Warnken to Stellar, but defensively the ball knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, he had to step with him, Warnken did, but his hand got in the passing lane from behind to get the old finish.
Jacob Warnken, 17-footer, left wing is good. Had a toe on the line, and Warnken now into double digits. That's the 4th Cardinal in the double figure by my count. He's got 10. Quickly down court comes John Renner, who checked in during the last dead ball. It's 58-22 Hoisington. 36-point advantage. Shot by Furbush in the paint, rolls off no good. And to the stripe will be Tanner Furbush, the 6-foot junior. A grabbing foul, says the official. Foul on Broder, his second. Team foul number 5. And we don't really want fouls the rest of the game, do we?
Long way to go. Is there a running clock in sub-state play?
We'll find out when we get to the 4th quarter.
But Norton has really pushed the action in transition here the second half, and they've gotten quite a few good shots and have finished some buckets in transition. That they don't like to get set up in the half court here in the second half. They're trying to beat us down the floor.
Furbush misses both free throws, and Broder with the Cardinal rebound to Warnken, pushes it ahead to Stefan Dolacek. Dolacek looking for Cody Stellar, who's double-teamed, and has weak side now, but quickly covered up by Norton again. There's a baseline jumper by Dolacek, no good. Jacob Brooks with a rebound for Norton. He pushes the rock ahead, goes ahead to Carson McKenna, who saved the ball from going out of bounds, and we're going to have a pushing foul from behind called against Hoisington. I believe Tanner Furbush will head back to the stripe. They call a foul on Cody Stellar. That'll be the 3rd on Cody, and Furbush back to the stripe where he just missed 2 free throws.
Again in transition, pushing the actions. They've only 2 out of 5 so far in the second half. Did he make that one?
He missed it.
He missed it. 2 out of 6.
And you can see why maybe Tanner Furbush is a 40% free throw shooter. He's definitely out of 3, and that last one didn't have much of a chance. Spalding basketball is airborne. This one short, and Taylor Crawford with a rebound for Hoisington. Ahead to Jacob Orkin. 58-22 Hoisington. 2:45 to play 3rd quarter. Dolacek against the Norton 2-3 zone defense. Goes to Working down low to Cody Stellar. Left block layup. Can't get it. Followed by Cody Good. Padding his own stats by missing the first one and getting the offensive rebound. Cody now with 15 in the ball game.
7 second chance points here in the second half, and we still have 2:30 left in the 3rd.
60-22 HHS. Left side with the basketball, Drew Shrem. Top of the key with it to Carson McKenna. McKenna back to Schrum. Schrum traveled with the basketball as he tried to make a move from the left free throw line extended. Turnover back to Hoisington.
Kind of token man-to-man full court pressure by the Blue Jays. No harm, no foul as the Cardinals easily break it. Schramer with the ball across half court.
With Dr. Blake Harris on, Mike Kesher, producer engineer this evening is Dwayne Cooper. 60-22 Hoisington, first round of the sub-state hosted by Norton. Screen by Trent Schramer for Taylor Crawford. Then Crawford goes back to Schramer. Schramer gives it back to Crawford, who comes top of the key with it to Stefan Dolacek. To Trent Schramer. Schramer, Warnken, Dolacek, Crawford, and Cody Stellar on the floor. Point to wing pass to Warnken on the right free throw line extended. Now back to Dolacek. 1:45 to play. Dolacek to Trent Schramer. Schramer hacked as he goes across the top of the key. Foul on the Norton Blue Jays will be their fourth of the half. Foul called on the Blue Jays. Carson McKenna, his second.
A lot of contact out there on her semi-weave with the dribble, and the last time just one too many. The official finally called it.
In the corner to Warnken. He'll fire up a three-pointer. Good. Jacob Warnken with his third triple of the night. He's got 13. Give him 20 for the season. And the lead is bulged out to 41 at 63-22.
Well, he's sure shown he has the range as he shot that last three-pointer at the end of first quarter. Was that, first quarter. Just a step inside the half-court line.
Three-point shot taken by John Renner. Ringing up for the 6-foot senior, John Renner. That was a three-pointer. And there's Schramer with a shot off the back iron, no good. Taylor Crawford kept it alive. And then last touch by the Hoisington senior. It'll be Norton basketball. 38-point lead for Hoisington. That's right, 38-point lead with 62 seconds played third quarter. 63-25. Norton with the basketball. See how much longer Kyle Haxton goes with the starters, especially Cody Stetler. He's really showing no signs of his ankle injury from a couple weeks ago. As he tries to block on John Renner, missed it, and now Warnken has the rebound for Hoisington.
He did get the block, Mikey.
Outlet pass to Dolacek, little hesitation dribble, now a little dump pass to Stellar. Shot rolls around and falls through for Cody Stellar. Give him 17, 11 in the second half.
Gets the block on one end, catches up with the guard off the dribble on the other end, gets a nice pass from Dolacek off the dribble to finish.
Drive, nice strong move by Drew Schrum, and he's fouled on the play as he got it to the rim, and they're going to call it on Cody Stellar, and on Cody that'll be his fourth.
Well, maybe that'll tell us how long he played.
That's what I was thinking. I doubt if we see much more of Cody Stellar. Up by 40 at the stripe, Drew Schrum, the 5'10 junior. Shot rims out, no good, and just like that, here comes Seth Owen. The Hoisington, a sophomore, has 3 points in the game as Cody Stetler will check out. The last time the Hoisington senior will play at the Hoisington Activity Center. Coming in, I refigured his points. Coming into tonight's action, he had 1,294 points. So he went over the 1,300-point mark tonight, did the Hoisington senior, Cody Stetler.
And I would assume that's in the top 2 or 3 point totals in Hoisington high school history.
Well, you know more about that than I do, but I think you're probably right.
You know, some of the older players only had 3 years to score points.
That's
like
true, too.
Scott Valerius and Steve Griffin, maybe. Cody's been in there for 4 years. Zach Baird had a bunch of points.
Warnken out of the shot. There's a 3-second violation on Seth Owen. 5 seconds to play third quarter. 65-26 Hoisington.
Only the first turnover of the second half by the Cardinals with 5.3 left.
Hoisington boys look like they will be playing on a Friday, as Norton really not sure how much time was left in the quarter, and Jacob Brooks' pass goes over the head of a teammate, and the third quarter comes to an end with Hoisington on top, 65-26. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter after this. You're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on GreatBendPost.com at 100.7 Eagle Country.
The Hoisington Veterinary Hospital, located just south of Hoisington on Highway 281, wishes the Cardinals the best of luck this season. For large and small animal care, you can count on Dr. Dave McMillan and Dr. Lindsay Mitchell, along with the rest of the staff at Hoisington Veterinary Clinic, your other family doctor.
Town and Country Supermarket Hoisington is your locally owned and operated grocery store for more than 50 years. The freshest meat department with excellent beef, pork, and poultry cut and packaged on-site, plus a full-service deli. Good luck, Cardinals, from your fans at Town and Country Supermarket.
Historic Manweiler Chevrolet has been putting Cardinal fans into the driver's seats of brand new Chevrolets for 84 years. Unlike big city dealerships, you can count on an honest deal at Manweiler's, and they have the factory-certified service department to back up what they sell. Historic Manweiler Chevrolet on Main in Hoisington.
Focus, I think, will be the word of the night for the Hoisington Cardinals. Both the Hoisington Cardinal girls and boys squad came out of the locker room focus for the first round of the sub-state. Hoisington Cardinal girls won by 19, and the Hoisington Cardinal boys up by 39 as we start the fourth quarter.
It looks like the Hoisington starters back in the game to start this fourth quarter. You don't know quite how long they will stay in there, up by 39 points.
Warren, there's an alley-oop pass to Brooks again. This time his alley-oop is too strong. Estella with the Hoisington rebound to Schramer, who races left across the point of no return. Jump pass goes through the hands of Jacob Orkin. Hit the official. It was going out of bounds, but it hit the official and stayed inbounds. It's still a live ball, and quickly Hoisington was able to regain possession of the rock.
Cardinals didn't give up on it, recognized that opportunity, and got to it before it went out of bounds.
Orkin to Becker, right wing, with a left-hand dribble. 18 feet away, now goes down low to Cody Steller. Turns the underhand pass to Anthony Broder. Shot hits the sidearm into the air and then down into the twine. So Anthony Broder with 14. Hoisington's lead is 41.
13 assists so far in the game by the Cardinals, an indication of good team play.
Dalton Miller drives in, has the shot blocked by Cody Steller. No, it's a pass. Now we're going to have a foul called against Hoisington. Will be a two-shot foul. See who they call this foul on. It's called on Trent Stramer. That'll be the first on Trent. 8th team foul against Hoisington, but a two-shot foul. And Lane Biggie will be at the stripe for Norton. 40% free throw shooter on the season. This one hits the front lip and dies.
Only 3 out of 10, so the Blue Jays not helping themselves at the line. One more to go.
67-26. It is a running clock now that answered our question, as this one rims out no good, as Biggie misses both free throws, and Stettler with the rebound. Ahead to Becker. Ryan Becker into forecourt. 90 seconds into the fourth quarter. 67-26. Anthony Broder looking down low for Cody Stettler. Turns, shot off the window, scored. He scores over Jacob Brooks, and a timeout on the floor as Cody Stettler will finish the night with 19. 6:15 to play. 69-26. As now Kyle Haxton will substitute all 5 players. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break as well. 69-26 Hoisington. You're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on GreatBendPost.com and 100.7 Eagle Country.
Nothing ever stays the same, especially our vision. Eyesight can change dramatically in just 1 year. That's why the office of Dr. Tyler Schramer in Hoisington recommends getting your eyesight checked annually so you can enjoy life to the fullest. Call Dr. Tyler Schramer, just south of the Dairy Queen in Hoisington.
Jeff and Jenny Zoller support the area youth by sponsoring this Cardinal sports broadcast. They own JRZ Enterprises, your full-service geological company on Main in downtown Hoisington. JRZ Enterprises works to provide fuels that drive America, and they're a proud member of the oil and gas industry in Kansas.
Great Bend Feeding, ILS Farms, and Innovative Livestock Services are pleased to help sponsor Hoisington Cardinal Sports on KHOK. To the players, parents, coaches, and patrons, all the best this season and in the future from Innovative Livestock Services, ILS Farms, and Great Bend Feeding.
Both the Hoisington boys and girls will be playing in Norton. The girls on Thursday. They will face the winner of Russell TMP Marion. That game will be played tomorrow night in Russell. And the Hoisington boys will take on the winner of Ellsworth and Beloit. As it looks like Beloit will face Haxton brothers on back-to-back games. Jacob Brooks for Norton. There's a long three-pointer off the sidearm, no good by the Blue Jays. Andrew Ellis and Hoisington with rebound. Dolachek, Seth Tholen, Taylor Crawford, Jacob Durrett, and Cody Richter into the game. Durrett and Richter in for the first time this evening. Dolachek has it between the rings. Now backs up near half court, comes right side to Jacob Durrett. Jacob puts on the floor, goes to Crawford. Crawford will run some clock now with the Cardinals, leading 69-26. Cody Richter almost had a pass stolen, but now goes to Durrett, to Taylor Crawford. Carl Axton still coaching. Taylor Crawford down the right side of the paint, off to Seth Owen. We're going to have a traveling violation on Taylor Crawford. Seth Owen He is a character. He was showing his muscle pose after he scored that bucket that didn't count.
Didn't count off a nice pass from Taylor Crawford. Unfortunately, he kind of shuffled his feet on the pass, gets the travel call, negates the fine bucket by the sophomore Seth Owen.
Okay, Norton will send in Mark Miller, a 5'11 junior. Also on the floor will be Drew Schrum, John Renner in the ball game, along with Trevor Lewis and Connor Cox. And there's a traveling violation against the Blue Jays. That's on Trevor Lewis, the 5'8 junior, with 4:45 to play in the ball game. Hoisington by 43.
Cardinals bringing it up. This Cardinal basketball team, both Cardinal basketball teams tonight came out with great focus and intensity, not wanting their season to end, and it really has paid off.
Stephen Dolacek lost the basketball to Drew Schrum. Schrum able to control it now. His trip, and he falls to the floor. And Taylor Crawford has it ahead to Seth Owen. Owen tries to finish from the right side, has the ball knocked away. Good hustle by Trevor Lewis and also Connor Cox for the Blue Jays as they hustle down to prevent the Hoisington bucket. And I think Ashton Nicholson down there to our right was a little, came awful close to hitting her if she wasn't paying attention there. Golfer for Hoisington has a shot blocked by Taylor Crawford, and we're going to have a tie-up. And on the alternate possession, we'll stay on this end of the floor on Hoisington basketball.
Now the Cardinals, both teams kind of trying to feel their way out there. Both no starters on the floor right now for either team.
Seth Owen over Connor Cox. Can't get it to go off the window, but he's headed to the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Nice post up by the sophomore Seth Owen. Foul on the Blue Jays, Connor Cox. That'll be the second on Cox.
Now, 2 or 3 times tonight, he's kind of hesitated on the shot after getting the ball down low. This time, he just uses his muscle and goes right up through the block attempt, and that's what he needs to do. He's not going to hesitate and out-jump people or quick people down in the paint, and he went up with his strength and got it to go. Hits the second of a 2-shot foul.
4 out of 6 tonight for Seth Owen from the stripe. All his points coming from the free throw line. Hoisington leads us 70-26 as we approach the 3-minute mark of the ball game. It is a running clock here with a 30-point advantage in the fourth quarter. In the corner is that was Trevor Lewis. Now between the rings to John Renner. Renner in the near corner, back to Trevor Lewis. Lewis down low to Connor Cox. Turns over Seth Owen. Shot off, no good. Nice hustle rebound by Trevor Lewis. His pull-up jumper baseline is good. Trevor Lewis, the 5'8 junior, with a big bucket along the short corner on the left side. Foul by Taylor Crawford, and is headed to the free throw line for the and one.
Yeah, the player showed, had a turnover early on, looked a little nervous. That time flies in with the offensive rebound, and then a terrific little shot on the baseline to get her to go up there for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Okay, more substitutions in the contest. Lucas Flager in for Hoisington, also Taylor Jordan, the 6'7", the senior, into the ball game. As the free throw, trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, was missing by Trevor Lewis. Hoisington with a rebound. It's 70-28 as the clock ticks toward 2 minutes to play. Taylor Crawford out front, looking down for Lewis, who's posting up against a shorter player. He's wide open. Now Taylor Crawford to Jordan. Jordan puts it on the floor. Shot off the window, too strong. Lucas Flager with the offensive rebound. His pass deflected and taken away by Ryan Painter. Painter can't pick up the basketball and then falls to the hardwood onto the S of the Cardinals on the left baseline. It'll be Hoisington basketball. Little uncoordinated there, the 6-foot senior trying to chase down that basketball, but I've been there several times in my life, so
couldn't quite get everything together to get the ball.
Right, Cody Richter in the forecourt to Jacob Durrett, under 90 seconds to play. Durrett takes it all the way to the rack and scores it. Jacob Durrett takes it hard to the bucket. He's got his first 2 points, and Hoisington leads at 72-28.
What a move off the dribble from the top of the key. Elevates about just inside the free throw line. A little runner up and down. What a shot.
Shot good by Norton. Foul on Hoisington's Cody Richter. His first at the stripe will be Trevor Lewis. So Lewis just missed a chance to complete an old-fashioned three-point play. He's right back to the stripe to do it this time. This one goes off the sidearm, no good. So Lewis with 4 points, and now we're going to have the ball knocked out of bounds by the Blue Jays. Mark Miller, HHS will control. Clock rolls with 40 seconds to play. Cardinals 72-30.
Up big in the fourth quarter.
Jacob Durrett will bring it across the point of no return with a left-hand dribble, being guarded by Mark Miller. Keeps the dribble live. He takes it down the paint again. A little jump hook pass to Taylor Crawford. Taylor And now it's going to be a 3-second violation as he got about 95% off the ground with that toe, kept it on there, but then stayed in the lane too long. 3-second violation.
95%. Just that toe there.
The toe was just on there.
They bought some extra time with a no call.
And we're going to have an offensive foul called against the Blue Jays. I bet he's on the football team after that play. And the clock will run out. Hoisington wins it big, 72-30. The Hoisington Cardinals advance to play on Friday night in Norton. They take on the winner of Beloit and Ellsworth. That game being played tonight in Beloit. Once again, your final 72-30. Hoisington wins it. They advance into the semifinals of the Norton Sub-State. Both the Hoisington Cardinal girls and boys squads win tonight. In the boys game, final 72-30 HHS. We'll be right back and start your post-game show that's hosted by the Hoisington Dairy Queen. After this, you're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on GreatBendPost.com and 100.7 Eagle Country.
Hates CarQuest in Hoisington is a proud sponsor of the Cardinals. Stop by for all of your auto, truck, agriculture parts, hydraulic fittings, and hoses. Hates CarQuest in Hoisington, your CarQuest auto parts dealer. Great people, great product, great prices. Go Cardinals.
Suffering with headaches and back pain? There is help. Dr. Chad Beck with Beck Chiropractic is there when you need relief from life's aches and pains. Beck Chiropractic, also specializing in sports medicine and proudly supports Cardinal sports. Beck Chiropractic, downtown Hoisington.
Cardinal Pharmacy is your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy and proud supporter of the Hoisington Cardinals. At Health Mart Pharmacy, they take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Caring for you and about you. Cardinal Pharmacy. Go get them, Cardinals.
Here's Paul Snap. For many years, First Kansas Bank has been awarded the highest 5-star rating for safety and soundness. Over the years, First Kansas Bank has earned this coveted 5-star rating by making high-quality loans and keeping our customers' money safe and sound.
Member FDIC.
When you're not performing at the top of your game, Clara Barton Therapy Services can evaluate and design a treatment program that will keep the Cardinal athletes and their supporters in the game. Therapy Services, Clara Barton Hospital and Medical Clinic.
USD 431 Hoisington Public Schools provides all students an education that supplies necessary skills for lifetime learning and prepares them for their future. Each student will be provided an environment in which they can learn to their full potential. Hoisington Public Schools.
The Hoisington Dairy Queen is now serving breakfast. They have expanded their hours with breakfast starting at 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday and Sundays at 10 a.m. So come anytime, day or night, to enjoy the Dairy Queen treats at the Hoisington Dairy Queen with grill specials and a new breakfast menu including biscuits and gravy, platters, egg sandwiches, biscuits or English muffin, rolls, and much more. Hoisington Dairy Queen now serving breakfast at 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday and Sundays at 10.
The Hoisington Dairy Queen bringing you the post-game show as the Hoisington boys win by a score of 72-30. They will advance into the sub-state semifinal against the winner of Beloit and Ellsworth. Beloit entering that game as the second seed with a record of 18-2. Post-game show being brought to you by the Hoisington Dairy Queen, now serving breakfast 6 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's the Hoisington Dairy Queen, Monday through Saturday, 7 to 10 a.m. Checking your scoring right quick from this one, Hoisington places 3 players in double figures, led by Cody Steller with 19 points, 14 for Anthony Broder, 13 for Jacob Orkin. Actually, 4 players in double figures is Ryan Becker with 10 as well. 7 for Trent Schramer, 4 for Seth Owen, 4 for Stefan Dolacek, and 2 for Jacob Durrett. For Norton, they're led in scoring by Jacob Brooks. He had 14. And then 4 each for Connor Cox, Trevor Lewis, 2 for Tanner Furbush, and then 1 in the ball game for Drew Schrum. Hoisington wins at 72-30. They start the game on an 11-0 run. Norton would score 2 points. Hoisington would finish out the first quarter on a 10-2 run, led 21-2, and never looked back. Dr. Blake Harris.
Yeah, it was a terrific night for Cardinal basketball. Both teams, the girls and ladies and men, really came out focused and played to their potential. As good a games as either team has played all year, I think, in terms of, just taking care of the basketball, being focused, not letting up at any time, and came away with big victories, setting them up for this second round of sub-state up in Norton on Thursday and Friday. Girls Thursday, boys Friday, and ladies against probably have to play we don't know yet, but the number 1 seed, the Russell Broncos, and the Cardinals going up, and who will the men probably play? Beloit. So huge game for the Cardinals. Good time to set it up. But as Coach Axton's talking to a newspaper representative right now. But also another big thing tonight, Cody Stetler back on the floor and seemingly having no ill effects at all with what was potentially a real scary ankle sprain 2 games ago. Missed the last game against the Larned Indians, but came out tonight and looked like his old self, going for balls, scoring the basketball, rebounding, leading the break off the dribble again as he started to do. And, you know, it was one thing our high school coach way back when told us, if your big guy can come off with the rebound and take off the dribble on the break, it just usually gives you an advantage because no one expects it, and the player that is guarding him is usually behind him. So Cody's really adding to a lot to his game his senior year. Really has become a mature player, keeping his head under control, not letting things bother him. And it's kind of, the whole team has kind of done that also, I think. Anthony Broder's become the same way. A lot of contributors on this basketball team, not just Cody Stetler. A lot of contributors that come in and do things well. Consequently, we're 17-4 right now, headed into arguably the biggest game of the season, probably, against Beloit coming up on Friday night.
Yeah, Beloit will have to face the Haxton brothers back-to-back, because they will more than likely win tonight, as they were taking on Ellsworth, and they will take on Kyle Haxton and the Hoisington Cardinals Friday. Final score in this one, 72-30, Hoisington wins it. We'll be right back and talk with the head coach of the Hoisington Cardinals, Kyle Haxton, after this. You're listening to the post-game show that's sponsored by the Hoisington Dairy Queen. You're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on GreatBendPost.com on 100.7 Eagle Country.
Like a good neighbor, Kathy Bird State Farm Insurance has always been there to help sponsor Hoisington Cardinal Athletics. She's also there to help you with your insurance coverage, auto, home, health, and life. State Farm is there for you. Kathy Bird State Farm Insurance, South Main, Hoisington.
Rotomix has led the industry for over 20 years by building a quality product and continually improving the design. The staggered rotor is specifically designed to meet the challenges of feeding wet or dry distillers grains. Rotomix, frequently copied, never duplicated.
What if your teenage son or daughter could make serious headway toward a well-paying career in a field that they are passionate about while they're still in high school? And how about if they would pay no college tuition on dozens of the required technical courses? Interested? Call Barton Community College today. Find out how you can get driven at Barton.
After tonight's game, go to midksnews.com for up-to-date area sports scores. You'll also find area breaking news coverage and more provided by the Tiller and Toiler, the Hoisington Dispatch, and the Central Kansas Rocket. Jot it down. That's midksnews.com. Hoisington Recreation Commission is offering Little Dribblers Basketball League for ages 4 through 2nd grade, and also a Women's Volleyball League. Call Hoisington Recreation Commission to sign up before February 28th. Visit their website at usd431.net for more information.
This is Missy Fluhoff from Country Place Living, and we are proud to support this local broadcast of Hoisington Sports. At our residence, we provide assisted living and memory care for seniors. At Country Place Living, every effort is made to ensure that you are provided with the very finest and supportive health care. Country Place Living, life as you want it, care as you need it.
The Hoisington Dairy Queen is now serving breakfast. They have expanded their hours with breakfast starting at 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday and Sundays at 10 a.m. So come anytime, day or night, to enjoy the Dairy Queen treats at the Hoisington Dairy Queen with grill specials and a new breakfast menu including biscuits and gravy, platters, egg sandwiches, biscuits or English muffin, rolls, and much more. Hoisington Dairy Queen now serving breakfast at 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday and Sundays at 10.
You're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on 100.7 Eagle Country, KHOK, Hoisington, Great Bend.
Back at the Hoisington Activity Center with Dr. Blake Harris, Mike Hesher, producer-engineer this evening, Dwayne Cooper. Post-game show, the Hoisington Post-game show brought to you by the Hoisington Dairy Queen, now serving breakfast 6 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Hoisington boys with a 42-point victory, 72-30, and they advance into the semifinals of the Sub-State hosted by Norton. That game will be Friday. Joining us now is the head coach of the Hoisington Cardinals, Kyle Haxton. And, Coach, kind of like the girls, your counterparts, the Hoisington boys came out focused tonight, no question.
I was really impressed with our defensive focus in the first quarter. To hold a team to 2 points in a quarter. Incredible focus, incredible intensity. Great job of trust in a game plan, and I can't say enough about the effort and the execution, especially in the first half.
3 players in double figures. Cody Stiller leads the way with 21. Nice to see the big guy back in action and really showing no ill effects.
No, I'd say he's every bit of 90-95%, and just a little bit tender and sore, but he played through it, played strong, physical, dominant on the boards. He went out in that second quarter and we started getting killed on the boards, and it's just a matter of them guys understanding that he can't grab every rebound for us, and we'll get better at that next game, I hope. And but Cody played one heck of a ball game.
Also,
Anthony.
And Anthony Broder in double figures with 14, and Jacob Orkin kind of helps things by hitting from outside, which opens things up inside.
Oh, I keep begging him to shoot more and more all the time, and he's a freshman playing with a bunch of upperclassmen, and it's kind of tough to talk yourself into taking a bunch of shots. But I told him, these guys trust you; they want you shooting just as bad as I do, and he can definitely shoot the rock. And Anthony was solid inside tonight. He finished well. He defended well. I was real pleased with Anthony's effort.
And also a nice thing, you won big, so you're able to rest some of your starters pretty much most of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they only played about a minute and a half in the fourth quarter, and it gave other guys that deserve an opportunity to step on the floor in the postseason. And they work hard every day, and we're only as good as we are because of all the guys that put in the time in practice, like Cody Richter and Jacob Durrett. Them guys are hard competitors every day in practice, and good senior leaders. And I'd love to see them get on the floor and get it done for a while. And I can't go without talking about Trent just a little bit, because mercy, that guy can guard, and I'm always so impressed every night with telling Trent that his job is to lock down their best player, and he does just that. He guarded Brooks really well, and I was so impressed with his defensive effort. He plays until he's completely spent, gets a short break, and then spends himself again over and over again every night.
Held Jacob Brooks, their leading scorer, to just 14 points. Most of those coming in the second half. So, as you just mentioned, Trent Schramer, great job defensively on Jacob Brooks. As far as the seniors, some of them playing their last home game. Obviously, we'll talk about Cody Stellar as we go on. But Cody, as you mentioned, Cody Richter, Jacob Durrett playing their last games here at the Activity Center. Also, Tyler Jordan got a little bit of action tonight, the transfer from Great Bend. As you mentioned, you can't do it without those guys on the floor during practice and everything else.
No, and Jacob Durrett, he's just a physical specimen. I mean, he's a well-built kid that can beat you off the dribble, and he did that late in the game. He got an easy bucket on a one-on-one to the basket, and he's had an unfortunate season with injury.
He's always seemed to be injury prone.
Just kind of banged up and kind of lost a step a little bit there. But Jacob's impressive, and not just the way he plays, but his attitude and his work ethic and his upbringing. I love the kid to death. And Cody Richter has been my hardest worker over a 4-year period, and I've told everybody that a million times. He brings it every day. He's hard work, effort, leadership, just a model kid to have on a team, and really going to miss those guys. Tyler Jordan was a great addition for us from Great Bend. He gives Cody a look every day in practice with another big to play against him at 6'7" in size, and we can't ask for much more than that out of a big kid that transferred over and made us better this year. And we go on to Taylor Crawford. He's physical, well-built kid that just plays hard and plays with passion, and we'll miss that. We'll miss that next year, but we'll enjoy it for the rest of this year. And Anthony and Cody, I think their statistics kind of speak for themselves. Anthony's had a great 4-year career. His scorings went down a little from last year, but he's so unselfish, and he averages 2.5 assists a game, and he's just a great kid, a great athlete, and it just enjoy having him every day in practice and every day on the floor. He makes us better, and it's nice to see him rebound after a frustrating game the other night and not finishing inside, but he definitely finished tonight and looked sharp. And Cody, he's awesome. You can't miss a kid more than I'm going to miss him. He's a 6'9" kid that can score inside and step out and hit a three, and all statistics aside, averaging 21 and 14 a game. That kid is an incredible young man that works for his teammates, shows leadership in the locker room. He's just a well-rounded kid that I could spend every single day around, and it's going to be greatly missed a year from now, and we're going to enjoy this win tonight and look forward to Friday night so we can continue to enjoy being around each other a little bit longer.
Speaking of Friday nights, you'll take on the winner of Beloit and Ellsworth, and we're assuming Beloit, but that's why they play the game. We just don't know at this point.
I was just told it was Beloit, and that's going to be a tough matchup. We know that Bud Key is solid inside. He's a big kid that can finish inside and out. I like our chances with our big versus their big. It's going to be a great battle in the middle. Our guards, I think, are a little bit quicker. We're going to get out and guard them. We're going to make it tough on them, pressure them as much as we can. I'm really looking forward to the matchup, and we have that bad taste in our mouth from them ending our season a year ago. And when you have something to play for like that, I think we're really going to show up ready to play.
We'll enjoy the victory tonight, and we'll talk to you Friday from the Norton.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Head coach of the Hoisington Cardinals, Kyle Axton, as you heard up there, the Beloit Trojans were winners over Ellsworth tonight. We did have reports late in the contest. It was just a 4-point Beloit lead, but Ellsworth does fall to Beloit, so there'll be Beloit and Hoisington Friday from Norton in one of the sub-state semifinal games in Norton. Final score once again in this one, 72-30. Hoisington wins over the Norton Blue Jays. We'll come back to wrap it up from the Activity Center. You're listening to the Hoisington Cardinals on GreatBendPost.com and 100.7 Eagle Country.
Banks are the backbone of the communities they serve, and at Wilson State Bank, they are your neighbors and friends. Inquire at WSP about the lowest home mortgage rates we've seen in years. Home ownership is possible at Wilson State Bank, helping to bring you this Cardinal Sports broadcast. An equal housing lender, member FDIC.
As a fan, you have a right to enjoy good sportsmanship as well as a responsibility to practice it. Donald E. Reif Jr., attorney at law, reminds you that at all high school sporting events, the student athlete is supposed to be